So 2 years ago, we looked at the calendar. I think Eric kind of mentioned that yesterday, and we realized that the ORC's 50th anniversary was coming up this year, and we thought we should do something about that. And of course, there's like many ways that we could do it. We decided to go big, and I'm very proud of the ORC board, for being ambitious and really want to kind of create something bigger, trusting that together we could pull it off together. So of course you'll all be the judges of that by the end of this week, and I do secretly hope that you're going to ask us to do this again. Maybe not next year, but like in the future. So this gathering, I think some of you will agree, it's long overdue. It is the first time that I was talking to John about this. I think this is the first time. I think I can say with some confidence that this has not been done before in BC, kind of pulling all of recreation together in one place. So that's really exciting. And I'm very glad that we found a fitting occasion for bringing you all together here. I do want to thank a few people. I want to thank the ORC Board of Directors, the current Board of Directors. So, of course, you've met Eric, C.L. Sander, Wayne Mercer, Ken Matthews, Rod Clapton, Phil Rankin, Kim Reeves, Dave Wharton, Doug Brackett, and Rocky Nenka, and all are here today with the exception of Ken Matthews. I also want to thank our staff team. Like, a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, good job, Louise, good job, Louise." But of course, it's not just me. Like, there's like a big team. Actually, it's a very small team. It's a small team who have done a lot of work over the last 2 years to kind of put this on. And I hope you'll thank them as much as you thank me. So I want to thank, of course, Ryan Stewart. I don't know. There's so many people here, I cannot locate people. So I want to thank Ryan. Most of you will have had some contact with him. He's our program speaker wrangler who got Tomka Augustin, helping with the fundraising and youth programming, Jenna Semenoff, conference coordinator extraordinaire, and thank you to CORE for lending her to us. There's also Kaylin Lister-Coles, who's been the first point of contact for many of you if you've had questions about the conference. And then Nathan Wilson, who is a TRU tourism student who will be working with us over the summer. Thank you, Nathan. I also want to, it would be very fitting for me to give a shout out to Jimena Diaz-Lopez, who is, although she's not been super involved with the conference, she has been helping us a lot over the last year. Those of you who know the ORC well will also know that Jimena has had a huge impact on the ORC. A lot of gratitude to Martin Littlejohn. I heard Eric giving him a shout out yesterday. Sorry that Martin is missing out on this. I'm sure he would love to be here. To Rob McDonald from TODA and Nadine Reynolds, who are part of our conference planning committee or planning team for the last year. So when we first started planning this event, we dreamed of kind of being able to kind of fill this room. We did know that we had, we could have up to 300 people here, but we thought maybe it was a little bit optimistic, not having done this before. But, things were starting to look quite promising when the first person bought the ticket. I want to thank Melanie Rigglesworth from Fernie. Thank you, Mel. Really should give you so she was right there. And actually I would say thank you to all of you. Things have been going really swimmingly. So we sold out 2 weeks ago. I mean, this is almost like unheard of. And capacity for 300. We're squeezing in 315. Also, thanks to Destination BC for bringing in a lot of people here today. Love you. So just the fact that the conference is sold out really tells me that there's a lot of appetite for this. And thank you, Kim Reeves. He's sitting. Oh, now the tears are probably going to start falling. But there's a few people who have been we have to do this. We have to get together in person. There was COVID who kind of took that away from us. But I'm very happy that we're getting back into this. Because I think there's a lot of appetite, and there's a lot that can be gained, when we all kind of sit together and spend time together. What is also very impressive is that not only did people want to attend the conference, a lot of you signed up to participate, to present, to be on a panel. So out of 300 here, 315, we've got nearly 100 people who will be participating in a panel or making a presentation. I mean, that says a lot about people here, not being shy about kind of sharing some of the successes and maybe where things have gone wrong. So thanks for that generosity. That is really, really, really wonderful. And I'm not sure that any of you can kind of have got the same stats for your country. I think that says just a lot about people here. So yeah, thank you all. So it is a very, very proud moment to be here to celebrate 50 years of the ORC and thinking about all the people and all the initiatives that have helped shape this organization and this sector that we are part of, and outdoor recreation in this beautiful province. So there has been many ups and downs with the ORC, but the council has been blessed with really strong and passionate leaders and boards of directors who have built strong relationships with members and with recreation groups, stakeholder groups, and our key partner, which I would say is the province of BC. We're fortunate to have a few of those leaders here tonight. We've got Bob Peart, who I'm sure I've heard Mark Haddock is also here, but said that Bob was the one that coined that phrase, like that outdoor recreation is our way of life. So I think Bob should get some credit for that, because I think we might hear about that later. It is still being used. Is that right, Bob? I think that was you. We're also going to see Mark Angelo, who's one of the co-founders. We've heard from a few who couldn't join us, including Robin Draper, Norma Wilson, and I want to acknowledge that we had a greeting from a former chair from the 70s, Cameron Murray, who is back in New Zealand, but he's with us in spirit. So there'll be lots of opportunities over the next 2 days to learn about the history of the ORC and about the outdoor recreation sector as a whole. We've created a history wall. I don't know if you found it, like hopefully explore the premises, but they're sort of towards the back of this floor. There's a history wall in the rotunda. I hope you'll take some time to just kind of look at that. We will have missed lots of things we want you to add. I'm sure you can use a pen, use sticky notes. I'm sure Eric is probably going to say a little bit more about this, because we want to create this living archive that really kind of celebrates and captures the people, the organizations, the events that have shaped not just the Outdoor Recreation Council, but outdoor recreation in BC as a whole. And while we want to celebrate the ORC's history and reflect on how far we've come together, we also want to look ahead. So over the next couple of days, we're going to hear about a lot of exciting projects and initiatives that is happening right now in this province by people in this room, and we'll be spending some time together. We'll be exploring opportunities and imagining what a strong and thriving outdoor recreation sector is going to look like, or can look like. And to help capture that collective thinking and energy, we will be working with a graphic recorder tomorrow, Anna Gorman, who is going to create this mural that will reflect like key ideas, themes, and conversations as they unfold. And we are inviting your feedback tomorrow, and you can think about it already. Your input into this big question is like, what do you want the next 10 years to look and feel like for outdoor recreation in BC? So very kind of future oriented. So I often think that I've got the best job in the world. I get to work with amazing people, not only my own staff team, our board of directors, but I get to work with many of you. And I think that is what the outdoor recreation sector has really going for it. It is the people. So when we talk about trails, rivers, salmon, climbing areas, campsites, and so on, like at the center of that is really you. It's the people and the communities that are all making it happen. Volunteers that spend that time, and you are them. Planning, advocating, applying for grants, clubs teaching kids how to ride bikes, community leaders bringing people together, recreation officers who are working really hard to kind of find practical solutions to help move things forward. And that is why, I think this gathering, matters a lot. A lot of what we do happens in separate corners of the province, in our little club, in our little community. And often you have limited resources, and people doing this work are carrying enormous responsibilities on their shoulders. So it can feel as if we work, it's pretty isolating. So that is another reason to kind of bring people together, to bring everyone together like this, so that we can build these relationships, we can get new ideas and figure out how we can work together. And remember that we are part of something bigger. And I think that was like the original inspiration behind the Outdoor Recreation Council 50 years ago, the idea that outdoor recreation needed like a stronger collective voice and being able to kind of just embrace everyone. And I think that role is more important now than ever before. There's a lot of challenges that are facing us, and they're really, really complex. We've got wildfires, floods, climate change, biodiversity loss, got more people wanting to kind of get outdoors. We've got access challenges, volunteer burnout, limited funding, and also what people call nature deficit disorder. Like a lot of our kids, our youth are just not spending the time outside that people my generation had the fortune to do. We need to do something about all of these things, and that requires all of us to kind of work together. So the future of outdoor recreation is not going to depend on everyone agreeing on everything, but it is going to depend on all of us to lower the barrier, or to kind of get together and to work together to build trust, understanding, and a shared purpose, so that we can keep moving some of this important work forward if we want to see, a different future. And this room really gives me a lot of hope. Outdoor recreation, I think my time is almost up. I'm sure I'm getting some signs. I'm not seeing them yet. But outdoor recreation has this ability, remarkable ability, to kind of bring people together from all different backgrounds, different colors, or political convictions, perspectives, and experience through that shared love of the outdoors, but also shared love of helping others to reap the benefits of to get outdoors. So over the next few days, I hope we will all learn something new. I hope you will learn, or you will get to know somebody new, somebody unexpected. That has definitely been my experience. When I go to conferences, you never know what's going to happen. I hope you'll reconnect with old friends and leave with new friends, leave with new ideas, and even, make some plans for new collaborations. So during these two days, take some time to explore that history wall, join conversations, ask difficult questions, share your successes and your failures. That is really, it's the failures that can teach us a lot too. And enjoy being part of this community. It's such a beautiful community. So I know that Eric already mentioned our partners, but I can, as somebody who is doing a lot of the fundraising and looking at spreadsheets, I know that really this is a massively expensive undertaking. So I do want to say thank you to a few people, organizations. I do want to say thank you to the Ministry of Environment and Parks through the BC License Plate Program. We really could not have done it without you. Airbnb, the Four Wheel Drive Association, Y2Y, McElhaney, Mosaic Forest Management, Trans-Canada Trail, RC Strategies, Core Outdoors, Lease and Associates, Flipside Creative, Got Trails, ORCBC, All Trails, PBG, Merge, who I think helped us with some t-shirts and a few other things. And there are many people in this room that I would like to kind of single out, but I want to give a special thank you to John. There are a few people that have just been so instrumental in that. We all need cheerleaders, and Powderman is one of them too. But we all need cheerleaders. We all need people who say, I believe in you. I believe in the ORC. I believe in Peter LaRose, and so I want to say thank you for John for being our contact, for remaining our contact. You have done a lot for outdoor recreation in this province. We're going to hear about it a lot more very soon. But I also want to thank you for just trusting the ORC, trusting that we could pull this off. It wasn't long ago that John said, kind of indicating that we were a bit of underachievers, and I was like, let's prove him wrong. Let's pull together So I think that when you have people that believe in you, you start to believe in yourself too. So I think that has been, just very, very important. So that is all. I hope everyone's going to have a great conference. I want to talk to you all at some point. So thank you.